Hey everybody, Rise here from SE2GG.com, and we're going to be watching the second match of Jaedong vs. Flash. This is actually, it's actually called Set 3, so we may have missed the first one, I guess. Anyway, if you've seen the first match, you might as well just leave now. I mean, if you haven't seen the first match, you might as well leave now because I'm going to spoil the first match. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, I'm going. So, Jaedong and Flash have been playing a great rivalry in my eyes the past few games. They've been playing a lot, and in the last match, we saw that Jaedong and Flash were very back and forth in who was ahead of who, and it was definitely very interesting because Jaedong would have a little bit of an advantage, and then all of a sudden it looked like Flash was pushing in on Jaedong, and Flash had a ton of science vessels, but then Jaedong plagued them, and then all of a sudden Flash had no science vessels, but then Flash had more science vessels, and it was really back and forth until the end when some ultras popped out for Jaedong, and Jaedong pulled out that victory. So it was a pretty interesting game, and considering the last games that they've been playing have been extremely interesting as well, I expect another one from here. Although Flash is going to have a bit of an advantage on this map, and OSL, I can read that. That's awesome. And he's going to have the advantage because Katrina is that map where you get a free fast expansion if you're Terran or Protoss, where you wouldn't otherwise. And it's that girl. We just saw that picture in the last match. Stop showing the same damn pictures. So you're going to see that this map gives Flash an advantage to get a quick command center before basically getting more than maybe one Marine. And Jaedong knows this, of course, because he's played this map before. In fact, I think he's played Flash on this map, so he's going to have something up his sleeve. And Zerg players in general are pretty much imbalanced on this map. They imbalance against them, I should say. You see a quick expansion going for Jaedong. That's standard practice for Zerg. We'll be seeing if he decides to go a second hatchery and really take advantage of that. That Overlord going to scout in on Flash's base, so he's going to know whether or not Flash is going a quick expansion strictly based off the number of SCVs and buildings he sees. So it looked like Flash got a quick expansion before even getting a barracks. So wow, I guess a slight risk, but one that is probably going to pay off because Jaedong doesn't really have any units to just send over there. He's getting third hatchery down now before pool. So this is Jaedong's response to the quick expansion, is getting a quick 3-hatch build before even getting a spawning pool, and now finally getting a spawning pool. I say finally because normally he'd get that a lot sooner than a third hatchery, sometimes even before the first hatchery, so or second hatchery I should say. So barracks going down for Flash, but it doesn't seem like he... no, I'm wrong. There's his wall there. Although that doesn't look like a wall. It looks like it's actually funneling troops into his minerals. It's interesting. I don't know if that wall is standard in that area or not. It might be. It's tough to say, to be honest. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure Flash knows what he's doing, though. He is the pro, and I am not. Unfortunately for me, I guess. And Jaedong scouting out that expansion, so he's going to turn that Overlord back and getting his gas going. So there you can see he's only got 4 drones mining minerals there, 4 or 5. So he's committing to a tech build for sure. And Flash now scouting him out, and we see a factory. Now this is interesting. We saw this build from Flash before, as he went a Goliath tank build against Jaedong, and Jaedong was, I think, taken back by it. He actually ended up going Hydras against that build, and that's actually a game that Flash won. So Flash, realizing that tactic does work, looks like he's going to be trying it again. And a couple links coming out to take care of that scout that Flash is running around in Jaedong's base. And now that hatchery's done, he's swapping over his drones to the other side to get gas even quicker, which is the point of building that third hatchery there, by the way. He builds it closer to the extractor than the first one starts off otherwise, which over time adds up to more gas, which obviously adds up to better tech, more tech units. And Jaedong, he's going to spot that early out. He's going to see those two factories. Marine a little late, trying to take that out. Actually, I think Flash would have been better served to have gotten a quicker Marine than he did, and I think 2 armories going down now. So he's definitely going a Goliath build with upgrades for that matter. Generally, you don't get a second armor unless you're planning on going dual upgrades. So can almost be positive that that's going to be the case. Now we see a Spire going down, and I'm a little concerned for Jaedong that he's going Spire. Well, not so much. He's going to harass with the Mutalisk for sure, and then he's going to be able to handle anything after that point. And there we see the proper wall for Flash. I don't know if the other one was walled off or not, but now he's got a proper wall down, and so no units will be getting by that. Vulture coming out to do some harassment against Jaedong though. Probably going to micro those links a bit, but Jaedong going to see this, and it looks like he's got speed links, so I think he'll be able to micro that Vulture instead of that Vulture microing him. And those links are going to go straight into his base and try to, and actually he's going to be able to get a lot of links on that barracks right there. But he's going for the supply depot, which has a lot less. First he's going to take out that Vulture though, and he's going to be able to put a lot of links on that supply depot, more than they will be able to repair. No, he's got a lot of repairing there. I think he's actually going to hold this off. So Flash doing a great job of just slowly. Jaedong is making progress, but no, he's not going to make it. There's just too many SCVs repairing that, and he's slowly able to take that out. And here we see a machine shop down. I'm a little surprised to see a machine shop actually. I guess he's going straight for Terran boost. He's expecting Mutas, so he may not be going. Yeah, probably. He's not going to go turrets, it seems. He's just going to use Goliaths, which is a little difficult because Goliaths are going to have to run back and forth to chase him. But with the range upgrade, he'll be able to deal with that pretty easily. So Flash holding off that Zergling attack, and now Jaedong is going to be heading in with Mutas to do some harassment on Flash's base. And we'll see how this works out. He's getting a third factory down. I expect a fourth shortly as well. A quick scout by a Link, so he's going to see those Goliaths, and he's going to go straight to the expansion. Engineering Bay now going down a little late in my opinion, but at the same time with the amount of Goliaths he's been building, he hasn't really had the resources to do so. And now a turret going down, but not before those Mutas are going to get in and get some shots on SCVs over here. And those Goliaths are going to run back to try to take care of those SCVs, but it's going to be a while before they get there, so he's going to have taken out at least 4 or 5 SCVs, 6, maybe 7. And now we see a lot of missiles heading towards the Mutas, so he's going to have to try somewhere else. Third factory now complete, so that's going to be a good Goliath pumping area. Third and fourth expansions going down. Sorry, second and third expansions going down for Jaedong. So Jaedong now going to go to eco build, but he's got to hurry that up because if he's going to deal with those Goliaths and soon to be tanks, I'm sure he's going to have trouble. And here we see the Hydralisk Den going up. Hydralisks are a great way to deal with mass Goliaths. However, mass tanks and mass Goliaths pretty much render Hydralisks useless, or mass Hydralisks useless. So it'll be interesting to see what Jaedong goes. I'm wondering if he's learned from the last match what to go against Goliath. I'm sure after losing that match he did a significant amount of analysis on what happened. And here we see him going straight for gas, so he may be deciding to tech the guards or something along the lines of that. That would be a very interesting deviation to that build actually, and I'd be very interested to see that. And now going to do a little more harassment in the mineral line, but not going to get too far with that. And there we see a starport floating. I don't know if that means that he's just doing that to get a science facility so he can continue with upgrades or not. It looks like he does have a science, yep, there was a science facility going. As you hear the Korean guy go, science facility! And so yeah, he's going to definitely continue the upgrade game over there. Jaedong continuing the econ build, and he's just going to continue to try to harass, take out some SCVs. He takes out the one building the science facility actually, so he's actually going to delay that for a few seconds. It probably won't make too much of a difference, but taking out a bunch of SCVs in the way, losing no Mutalisk, I don't think, out of that, but now he's going to lose a couple because he's not paying attention. And no, actually he didn't lose any, so good for Jaedong. And I still haven't seen any hive tech from him, so he may not. What is that building right there? Is that a second spire? It looks like he's going a double spire. Really? He may be upgrading and going for a greater spire. There are 2 spires down for Jaedong. This is weird. I haven't seen this build, if ever, except for maybe me playing as a joke. But looks like he's going to go fight upgrades with upgrades. This is interesting. I didn't expect that at all. I still expect him to go guards of some sort because, Or maybe not, because even then, you know, Goliath's equally range guards, so it would be very difficult for him to really make too much progress with guards. And it looks like they were pointing to